Warrior, welcome to day 24 of 29 Days of the Anxiety Guy. Today, I am sharing the 3 most vital techniques that worked the best for me to overcome an anxiety disorder. Today's that day that I share this information with you. Let's go.
Did we find it?
Let's go. Good morning, warriors. It's a great day to become more than anxiety. I hope that you're enjoying these 29 days with me in February, where I'm putting out one video every single day in year 2020. And I believe and I hope that you are getting plenty out of this information and this knowledge. Comment below, ask me a question. I may use that question for future videos. Now today the question comes from Jeff42, and he asks, Dennis, what would be the 3 most important techniques or actions that got you out of anxiety? Your biggest fan, Jeff42. Now, let's get personal here, okay? Let's not beat around the bush. I don't want to share with you some information, and I never want to, let's just provide them with some information and hope that it works just to make a video. That's not what I'm about. I'm about targeted knowledge that works in terms of mindsets, skill sets, actions, and so forth. Today, I'm going to share what truly worked for me to heal me, okay? And when I mean healing, let's understand healing first of all. Healing doesn't mean roses and unicorns. Whoa, I'm happy all the time and there's nothing wrong in my life. No. Let's get this right. Healing means that you are more bored and disinterested by those negative ideas in your head, and your core beliefs have shifted or are in the process of shifting from when you were a child. That's what healing is. You are better equipped to deal with challenges on the inside and on the outside. That is healing, okay? Now, before I get into these 3 vital techniques that worked for me in terms of anxiety recovery, let's understand that the mindset comes before the skill sets. You have to have the right mindset, okay? Now, in terms of the mindset, let's understand that every sticky situation, every icky feeling that you get, every intrusive thought, all of these things are nothing more than practice opportunities. Practice opportunities. And these symptoms or reactions, let's call them, physiological reactions, mental reactions, emotional reactions, these reactions that tend to show up out of the blue, but really aren't, are directly connected to a subconscious mind that is directly connected to the inner child within you, looking to keep you safe and out of harm's way. Past traumas really affect our perception in today's world. So it's not so much, ooh, I'm walking down the street and I feel something. No. You're walking down the street. You believe something at a deep level that causes a feeling within you. A lot of people think their feelings just show up randomly. Little do they realize they are directly connected to core beliefs. Now, first technique, voluntary suffering. Voluntary suffering means stop involuntarily suffering. Okay, this goes back to Stoicism. I'm a big fan. And voluntary suffering means place yourself in situations that cause you to feel icky and vulnerable and uncomfortable until you're able to change your perception over the situation, other people, and yourself. I'll give you an example. I voluntarily suffered when I wore pajamas to the shopping mall. Why the heck would you wear pajamas? In fact, I think it might have even been a onesie. Who the heck does that? Well, someone does that who is so dissatisfied with where they are mentally and emotionally that they're willing to do whatever it takes to get to a better place. So I was scared of people's judgments. I was a people pleaser. I was scared of seeing too many people in one place. I had sensitizing experience, even traumatic experiences in the mall. So I said, what better place to voluntarily suffer? So I put my pajamas on, I laced up my shoes, I turned the car on, and there I was going to the shopping mall. I got out of the shopping mall feeling incredibly vulnerable. You know what it felt like? It felt like being naked. Like, whoa, I'm naked here. But little did I realize over a short span of time that people weren't even looking at me, right? The majority of people weren't even looking at me. They were on their phones, talking to other people, shopping, whatever it may be. And within, say, 30 minutes to an hour, I started to think for once, rather than react and remember. I started to think, my God, could I have been making all this up based on less than a handful of experiences from the past? The answer was yes, right? People didn't care about me and don't care about you as much as we think they do. They're not judging you as much as we think they are. So let's understand that voluntary suffering means doing the very thing that you're so scared of in a way that makes you feel very vulnerable, but you also have to spend enough time doing that thing in order for your perceptions to change. When your perceptions start to shift, think. Just think. Because every act of thinking reprograms your subconscious mind, reprograms your past beliefs, and updates them. Because, warrior, the biggest thing we're missing is an update in your programming. That's it. There's a lot of people out there that are 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, and they live with the same beliefs they had when they were 5 or 6 or 4, right? Not good. So voluntary suffering based on the philosophy of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. These are fantastic Stoic teachers. I highly recommend them, especially for anxiety. The next one was emotional reframing. And emotional reframing, this video right here, takes you to a place in a safe manner where you can discharge energy, say what you wish you would have said to a particular person, and do what you wish you would have done back in the day. That's emotional reframing. If you could go back, re-experience the event, but do something differently, what would you do? Okay, so through those videos, my emotional reframing videos, you're going to find that you're discharging energy. And I did this over and over and over again. When I started emotional reframing, I was like, which event, right? Which event? I've got so many events. But again, that's a form of control. I'm trying to be certain that I'm doing everything correctly, which is in fact the leading cause of anxiety. Instead, I trusted my intuition in the moment that I was emotionally reframing. You know, I was guided and I was asked, okay, how old were you? Well, first thing that comes to my mind is 9. Where are you? I'm inside, right? Is it hot or cold? It's pretty warm, right? Who's around you? Definitely my dad, right? What's he doing? He's, pushing me, whatever it may be, physically, emotionally abusing you. Trust what comes up in the moment of emotional reframing rather than trying to be certain that you're doing the right thing. Please. Okay? Now, the third and final skill set that works so well for me in anxiety recovery is auditory responding. Very simply, what that means is listening to the same intrusive and negative ideas in my head from different tones of voice, right? From distances farther away, from other people, these sorts of things. So I started to actually ridicule my thoughts. My thoughts came in the form of Daffy Duck or Mickey Mouse or Goofy, right? Anybody that listens to Goofy saying, you'll never overcome your anxiety, is probably going to go, well, I have an association with you, Goofy, and that sounds ridiculous. So when you start to listen to these ideas from different angles, from different tones, from different people, from different distances, you start to find that you open yourself up to more options. And when you open yourself up to more options, you have the opportunity to heal. Make sure that when you begin healing, you don't sabotage it by saying, ooh, but I'm going too far away from this worrying habit. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Remember the metaphor. Swim in that cold lake of water until it becomes warm. Period. Final lesson. Learn to question your ideas and emotions. Remember that. Warrior, are you enjoying these videos? Are you getting some deep insight from them? Comment below. Give this video a like. I would truly appreciate it. And don't forget, the book comes out in March 2020. Get your hands on it now because there is a pre-order going on and you're highly going to enjoy this book. And I promise it is going to transform the way you see yourself, other people, reality, and this world. I love you so very much. And remember, you are more than anxiety. Have a wonderful day because you deserve it.